I'm Luke. This is Will,
What up?
and this is Glock Talk.
Glock talk. Let's talk.
Did you wear that fucking lion shirt to piss me off?
Of course.
You fucking cock.
Big win last night.
Refs.
We can. That's debatable.
Yeah, the
but
refs.
maybe one call.
So what do you think about what happened with Glock? So now it's out. Like, do you
It's
think,
out, yeah.
Do you think it's real?
I think it's real. Part of me has no idea why they do this. Part of me, the conspiracy side of me, definitely feels like they're bending the knee to California, but who knows? You know.
Well, what if it was your legacy and millions of urban youth were putting switches in the back of your legacy? Like, what did Kalishnikov say? Didn't Kalishnikov say if he would have known that how many people died from his rifle,
He never would have made it.
he never would have made it? Did he say that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Not very common.
it is tough, but I do feel like we're in this time where with 3D printing and China,
China.
there'll be a auto sear for a V series Glock in 2 months.
What do you think this does to Glock?
I don't know. I don't want it. I love Glocks. I'm a Glock guy, but
Is that your 40?
it is
I
my
thought you carried
40.
a revolver.
I carry a revolver some days,
Sometimes.
but to be honest, if I'm in a situation, I want my Glock. I don't know. That's just me.
Two of the big comments of the big haters were yesterday, I don't believe you, you're full of shit. And then the other haters were, they'll just figure out a way to make a switch on the V series. But what if they made it impossible? I mean, these are Austrian, German engineers.
That's true.
They're not, I mean, German engineering they're not chumps.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't Oppenheimer German?
I think so. And, yeah. I mean,
Like, what if they made it completely impossible to be done?
I think it's possible. I don't think they'd be able to do that so quickly, though. Like, I have a feeling this is because of the lawsuits in California and whatnot, and this is just a way to kind of appease them.
How do you know it hasn't been going on for a long time, though?
I feel like anybody with any know-how in a 3D printer can do it.
What, can make a switch?
Yeah. And maybe not as sophisticated, like, to make it semi or full auto, but, like, definitely to make it full auto. And then the FRTs are probably coming. At least.
Yeah, so that's a good point. The FRT craze, like, there's no stopping FRTs.
Yeah.
Like, someone's going to try to figure it out, and then someone will try to figure out an FRT, and then the Chinese will copy the FRT and then sell it on Temu. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Temu,
And then-
Alibaba.
Do you think it's possible? It's like where my conspiracy mind went. I was like, I bet this is a ploy to get California back.
Yeah, I definitely feel like
Because every one of the guns, there's 10 rounders,
Mhm.
and they could be Cali, Massachusetts compliant.
Yeah,
So their whole line of guns can go to all the blue states.
yeah. It's a smart business move. I mean, you know, California, although it's like an anti-gun state, there's a lot of people that live there, a lot of people that will buy guns. Like, if you look at a map of California, there's a lot of red counties in California.
We're going there.
Good Americans that want firearms. So I agree with trying to get guns to every American. I don't know about, bending the knee to the government as a gun
Do
company.
you think they bent the knee, though?
I mean, I think more has to come out to say, but kind of seems that way. I don't know.
What do you think the public is taking from it?
I mean, I don't want the same reaction. Like, I don't know. We were talking about it earlier. The Smith & Wesson in the early 2000s put the Hillary hole on their revolvers, which is a little internal lock that you could lock the revolver out. That a lot of revolver purists will say, get that off my gun. It's ugly. It's just Smith & Wesson bending the knee to, the federal government at the time, and they boycotted those, and they put it on every revolver up until last year. But sorry to get sidetracked with. I think it's the same kind of thing that people will say.
So what's worse? Like, what's the thing that people have a gripe with Daniel on the fence is that, like, when Marty Daniel was questioned by the ATF, they asked him, "Do you think the ATF is necessary?" And he said yes. And I
Right.
think that's the major gripe.
Yeah.
So what's worse, Daniel Defense or Glock bending the knee?
I would say Glock because
Oh,
they're radically changing their whole line of guns. Like
right.
it's like one thing that that Marty Daniels would say, oh well, but he's not radically changing his whole company to, you know,
He's
appease.
not putting bullet buttons on all
Yeah,
of their ARs,
yeah.
right?
He's not.
He's not making everything Cali legal.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I would love to know more, but as of right now, that kind of seems like what they're doing. I have this conspiracy that in my own mind that California said if you stop manufacturing guns that can be turned into machine guns, then
We'll let you in.
we'll let you
That's
Gen
what I
5s
think.
on. Yeah.
Like that's what I thought. I think like it's like if there was a grand conspiracy, um, like Glock contacted the blue states or something, and said, "Hey, we're going to eradicate the ability for our guns to be turned into machine guns. How
Hmm.
about if we do that? Will you let us into your state?
Right.
All the states that they're not allowed into."
Yeah. The other thing is like how much will this affect the aftermarket? There's many businesses, including part of
What did you
yours,
hear about the trigger group?
that it might be the performance trigger, which is
Where'd you hear that? I heard that too.
I heard that from an undisclosed source, but but yeah, that would be huge. I mean, that can affect people that make triggers. I don't know. Like we talk a lot about the Ace trigger. Will that work in the Gen V? Like who knows? Like
They need to get one. And
yeah,
how are they going to get one in Canada? You
yeah,
can't get one in Canada, right?
yeah. We're gonna have to rent out the back booth for for Matt's
For matter
tinker.
to tinker on it. We really don't know the true fallout of what could happen.
Yeah,
I thought, as the whole gun industry, as dealers thought, we thought that all the Glocks would be gone, and that's not true.
right, right.
Like people aren't rushing in to buy Glocks, which is weird.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird. So is it the economy?
Normally, when there's a ban of some kind or
Exactly.
people just rush
People
in,
rush in and
buy as many as they
buy
can.
as many as they can. It would be like can you imagine if they fucking got rid of the 30-round mag?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That'd be crazy. Where do they go from here? Do you think people will forget about it, or do you think it's
I
going to be a
mean,
hurt on Glock forever?
I think it all depends on the Gen 6, really. If they can
The Gen
release
5.
no
Or you
a
mean
Gen 6, like if they can release a cool gun for Gen 6, I think it can. People won't even remember this. I think that is their key, is that they have to release a Gen 6 that is just, the next level.
maybe what they're doing first is for their own reasons, they're eradicating Gen 3, everything as we saw except 43, 43X, 48. So
Hmm.
everything is gone except that. All the new stuff is the V series, which is basically everything's Cali legal if it's 10 round.
Right,
And then the new one that comes out is a Gen 6, and it's a fire control unit.
right.
Whoa.
Yeah, that would be that would be crazy.
That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah.
It is a fire control unit with a decent trigger.
Yeah. The only other thing though is, are the Cali compliant Glocks? I don't know. Are they have the mag release? What is it called?
Bullet button?
No, no, no. Where you can't you can't fire it without the magazine. The magazine disconnect safety.
Okay.
Do those have those? I don't
I don't know. They only have Gen 3 was the only one that was legal in California, and then
Right.
they banned it. And maybe we haven't seen a new one, but all I've seen is the price list, and it's you've got the 10 rounders on there.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 rounders are traditionally for the
Yeah.
the blue states, and
Yeah. What do you think the Gen 6 will be? You think it'll be a
the fire control unit gun.
yeah.
I mean, that would be really good for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really
Yeah.
good for the customizers, not for the trigger people,
Right. Yep.
but it'd be really good
Yeah.
for the customizers if you could just pull that thing out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's the whole thing's really as a dealer, the whole thing's really shocking because as a dealer you have to plan for either you have to buy stuff, so you don't run out. Like there's no fucking 45 MOSs, there's no 19 MOSs. There's no MOSs of any kind. There's no 19s of any kind. There's no Glocks anywhere to buy.
Right.
I mean, I've got my sources. I'm trying to find some, but you can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but then nobody comes in. Like, there's not a mad rush to come in and buy, and there's no tax right now.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and there's still people aren't rushing in to buy them, which is weird. And then as a customizer, like, I'm concerned with the plastic. I'm concerned with the slide. Can it be cut? Will it destroy tools? You know, I mean, like, what did they do?
Right.
And Glock isn't traditionally they aren't people who like communicate with you and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Like they did change their plastic at one time, and when they changed it, they sent emails out to distributors who then sent the emails to us as customizers and like, hey, our plastic has changed. You're going to see a different. And they even had the settings that you're supposed to change your laser to, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Like we had to make our own settings and they're but still it's not as good as a Gen 3.
Yeah. So the availability of Glocks from distributors, is this similar to COVID?
Yep.
Really?
Faster.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
faster.
like COVID, when COVID like started hitting, I remember it was a Sunday, and by Sunday night there was no ammo left. Like I bought, I think $20,000 worth of expensive 9mm, which was the only thing left off of Sports South. And in the morning there was no ammo, no guns, but by yesterday, pretty much by 10 o'clock there was limited stuff, but all the MOSs were gone by 10 o'clock. And then when I checked today, there's no Glocks anywhere. Like there's custom Glocks on the different distributors' websites, but there's no 19s, 45s, nothing. Anything Gen 3, Gen 5, gone. But the shitty, like the ironic thing is there aren't people rushing in to buy the gun. So do they not care?
Right.
Do they not care? Do they already have them? Is the economy so bad that doesn't even produce a run on firearms? Or is it people just fucking hate us and they're not coming in and buying guns?
I don't think it's that.
So I mean, is like what is the, you understand, like what the fuck's going on?
I think there might be a little delay in the info getting out to the general, the general poppies. I think it's similar to like 6 Hour, where we in the gun industry
knew about the 320.
Knew about the 320.
And it just took time.
Yeah, and then about a month later, everyone started going in and trading in their 320s.
Way longer than that.
Yeah.
But now everybody, even like the old geezers, know about the 320.
Yeah. I think it'll just take a little bit of time.
Who is the big bad now? Is it SIG or Glock?
I mean, I'm a Glock guy, so I want it to be SIG, the big bad to be SIG. But I think it really depends on what these guns are like. Like, if they're at least as good as the Gen 5, then it's fine. But if they take a step down in any part of the gun, if it's less good,
I think that's impossible.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like the 1911s with like the Series 70. They made the Series 80, which had a worse trigger. I mean, Colt did it. They tried to do that, and it did not work out for them. But I mean, who knows? It could be more complicated.
Are you gonna buy a new 19? Are you gonna buy a Gen V?
Maybe. It would be kind of cool to have like a Gen V. I mean,
why? Why?
Just because
it's new.
It's new, yeah. I'd be like, oh, you have the old gun, I got the new one. I mean, even though I'm an old gun guy, I still feel like it'd be.
Are you happy
cool.
they brought the C series back?
Yeah, the Comped. It's pretty cool.
So you think the Lions are gonna go to the Super Bowl?
Probably.
I think we lost yesterday because I gave you shit.
I did my ritual.
What's
Everything
the ritual?
I don't know if
you
I
can't tell anybody.
I don't know if I should say it, but it involves my underwear. But that's not it.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that, dude. So, do you think there will be a run on Glocks later on?
I think later on, and then I think there'll be a big run on the V series, just because people want the new thing. Just like the Koa. Like the Koa did bring more capability, but it's not that different. And we sold every single one within 2 days.
So does law enforcement get the V series?
See, I don't know about that.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah.
Like, does law enforcement get the V series? Does the military get the V series? You know, and then what was also missing from that list? Koas.
Yep.
There's no Koas on that list. And then Koas were supposed to come back out in, when was it, January? Like they were supposed to have Koas again, and
Yeah.
now there's no more Koas.
Yeah. I don't.
It's a fucking fucked up time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a lot of uncertainty and shit like that, and
I mean, I remember just about, I think it was the beginning of summer, they discontinued a lot of models. And I thought that was crazy. Like, just, I know it was kind of the models that no one buys that much anymore, but I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Maybe they're getting ready for Gen 6, but I
bummed
did
me
not.
out.
Yeah.
It bumped. So since the beginning, like one of the cool things that I wanted to have in a gun shop, in my gun shop, I wanted to have a case with with all of them.
Yeah.
Right, with the 29, 27, 26, 23, 22, 34,
Yeah.
all of them, in one case. And so if you could come to the Shark Coast, you would be able to get like a 29. And I would always sell like at least like 129 a week,
Yeah.
120 a week. I mean, for a couple years, different intervals and or different times over the years, like 20s would be hot. 20s are still hot,
Yeah.
but fucking no more 20s.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like what the fuck? What are the Alaskans gonna do?
I don't know. I mean,
Right?
there's not even that many 10 millimeter guns out there. I think the 20 is probably the best one. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
The 20s, yeah, the 20s is the best one. But yeah, was there a 40 on there? Was
Yeah,
Model
the
40?
23 was on there.
No, the Model 40, the big 10
Oh,
mil.
no, I don't think so.
So
Like,
there's no more, but there's a big 41, right?
I don't think that any long slides are on there. Anything like the 34, the 41, the 40. I don't know.
It's like an end of an era.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I liked about Glock, which you probably wouldn't notice if you weren't like in the industry, is what Glock did with a lot of their random weird guns is they'd make them like one time a year, and you'd notice they'd get in stock everywhere, and then they'd be gone, and then like maybe a year later, like the 357 SIGs, the Gen 5 357 SIGs,
Gone forever.
Yep.
What's Pierce going to do?
Yeah. The 17L.
What about the Gap?
The Gap?
The Gap.
The Gap was cool. I remember we got one Gap in here, and I was like, it was a police trade, and I was like, I should get this just to be funny, but
Even though it's a 45, like how iconic is the Glock 30?
yeah,
The Glock
it's a
30
great
Gen
gun.
4.
Yep.
The Glock 30 SF. Like that's an iconic gun. Like,
Yeah.
Like still to this day, like if somebody comes in and they want a small 45, you naturally want to go to a Glock 30.
Yep.
But now, what small 45 is there? There's not one.
Yeah. That's like
That's the smallest 45 that's worth selling, and it's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they discontinued that. But I don't remember if it was confirmed that it was discontinued in the summer. But it's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like the end of an era.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Like for Glock to come out and say, we are discontinuing Gen 3, Gen 5, not even mentioning Gen 4 because it's already been discontinued. These are the only guns we're going to come out with. We're going to come out with new stuff after that, but you will not be able to get this stuff. All these iconic guns that are gone forever.
Yeah. Get them while you can, because, once it's sort of like a lot of other guns, as soon as it gets, like the distributors sell out of them, like we can't get them, and then people put them on Gunbroker for, three times as much, 2 times as much.
Maybe those days are over.
Maybe
the days of people like price gouging on Gunbroker and price gouging in the Facebook groups is over because of how nasty people are.
I hope so.
Because like the whole world is turning into Twitter.
That's true.
It's like Twitter and Reddit had a baby, and it's permeating through the whole internet sphere, and everybody knows,
Yeah.
Like you can't that's not that's not a good deal.
Yeah.
I don't think really people have fully grasped the significance of what happened. I mean, I'm a Glock loyalist and love their product and have sold Glock and have raised children on selling Glock product,
Yeah.
but I don't think the world has realized what happened yesterday. Iconic guns gone forever. The 20 gone forever. The 30 gone forever. Like there's so many. We'll every day you'll think of something and be like, oh fuck yeah, I can't get that anymore.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere else, and there's no supply to get it, and there's no plans to get it. I mean, it's really fucking crazy,
Yeah.
If you're
And-
Joe Rogan, you could probably take mushrooms and really go down a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah. I think in 10 years, 20 years, we'll be like, oh, this is the pre-V. This is a pre-V series.
Pre-V.
The pre-V series.
Dude, I have a Glock 19. And imagine too, like with the gangbangers, because they've got to get Gen 3s or Gen 4s or Gen 5s, and they're like, you know, maybe they'll start coming in.
Yeah.
Looking for our police trade-in so they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for Glock Talk. This is Luke.
What up?
I'm Will. You know where to find us.
It's a pre-V.